The Coming to America sequel is pretty much a reason that 1980s nostalgia needs to die. The major issue is that the franchise is back without having evolved in any meaningful way. The type of stilted, stereotype filled humor just doesn't play the same now as it used to. And the sort of mockery of a made up African culture that might have seemed innocent once, or at least acceptable, now triggers more winces than laughs. The crowning accomplishment of the movie is that it makes the 1988 film look even better by comparison. It strains and it huffs and it groans in a desperate effort to rekindle the magic of the era, but it only succeeds in soiling Eddie Murphy's resume. It adds another Norbit or Adventures of Pluto Nash to it. Director Craig Brewer, who worked so well with Murphy back in Dolomite Is My Name in 2019, goes the opposite way here. I don't think I've ever seen Murphy be so dry or low energy in a comedy. Murphy is back into the role of a King Joffrey, the prince of a fake country called Zamunda, and he sinks into the background for much of the tepid plot. There's a potential for something interesting happen when his dad, who's played by James Earl Jones again, just like in the first movie, comes back and tells him he's got a long-lost son in America and he's got to go back and get it. You've got a premise here for a really good film, but they spoil it by having that part take so little of the plot. Most of the movie takes place back in Zamunda, and it's about his son and his ex trying to reacclimate to life in this country they've never been a part of. What might have been another silly fish out of water tale falls to the wayside. And it's just an awkward film throughout. There's bit parts by Arsenio Hall and Tracy Jordan and Wesley Snipes, but they fail to materialize. It's like getting a bunch of family members together for a Zoom reunion. It was kind of cool to have them there, but once you've got them, it's just really awkward and you don't know what to do. There's a couple of nostalgic scenes that work pretty well. You've got Murphy back in his old garb in one scene, and you've got James Earl Jones just being great. But most of the movie is just a relic that should have been left buried in the past. I'm giving it 1.5 stars out of 4. Phil Villarreal, KGUN 9, on your side.